Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first Talk Is Hamish. I am your host, Hamish. Today I am joined by Cruz. Welcome.
Hello.
So, how are you today, Cruz?
I'm good. I'm home alone, and so I can yell if I want to.
Yeah, that's good. That's
It's all
good.
good.
That's good. It's currently 11:43 p.m. for me. So,
2:43 in the afternoon.
well, there you go. But we're gonna kick it off like we should, and we're gonna talk about the start of your career. So, tell me, how did you get into Minecraft wrestling?
Well, I liked wrestling, and
Yep.
I liked Minecraft, so I thought, hey, how about I Google those two things? I think I found the MPW site first,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't know why. I think I remember seeing the T-shirts. I'm like, I can't tell if this is real or not.
Yeah.
And then I figured out that they were fake, and I thought they were just like a fake thing right up until I don't know, a few weeks ago when in Bust's video when he actually showed that he did have an MPW shirt.
Ah, yes, yes. So basically, the generic wrestling
Yeah,
joining story,
nothing,
which,
nothing special really.
yeah, it's nothing. It's the same special thing as me. So yeah. Well, with that out of the way, who trained you?
It was a bit weird. I joined July 16th, 2016,
Yep.
which is the Saturday after Extreme Chaos.
Yeah.
Um, so I joined right, and I think it was Callum that said to me, "Hey, let's have a PvP match." So I fight him. I think I lose. He was like, "You're all right." I'm like, "Whatever." So I think I said to like FF. I know I joined like exactly the same time that this random girl joined.
Mhm.
So I've looked through the chat logs, and Fire says, "Oh yeah, since you're a girl, you can make it easy to MXW, but Cruz, you're gonna have to take the long route." And
Jesus Christ.
I'm sure that will come into play a little bit later in the story.
Oh
But yeah, I
really?
just kind of
Huh.
I talked to people and said for that Saturday I just watch, and that's what I kind of did.
Okay. So the very first show that you ever watched was the KO after XC, which involved Milky and Toad as the main event.
It actually wasn't because
Oh,
I
wasn't.
watched the NXW that
Ah,
happened earlier in
yes,
the day.
yes, yes. And yeah,
It's something like Careful or something like that. I don't know.
okay,
But yeah, Milky and Toad.
yeah, great match.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think like when I watched that match, it was weird because the rest of like what I'd seen had just been like, all right, this is like Minecraft and wrestling, this is all right. But it was like watching Toad retire and watching like the emotion that had, if you know
Yeah,
what I mean. Like that's what like made this like real. That's what made me go, yeah, this is like actually pretty good.
yeah. Like you think, yeah, this is for me. Like
Mm,
yeah, it's the emotional things get you hard. Like
yeah.
some people will admit it, but most people cried at the end of GP4. So like
Mm.
even if they weren't even a part of it, they still get emotional. It was really emotional to see Toad retire, quote unquote retire. But yeah. Moving on, we're gonna talk about NXW. Now we can go into your booking side of it later on, but we're gonna start off with your career in NXW. So
All right.
when you joined
Um,
NXW, you were part of the LOL Foundation.
yeah. Well, no. It was like so I joined mid-July, right?
Yeah.
And then I wasn't active for most of the fall, so I missed all of the brand split bullshit and
Ah,
all that.
yes, yes. Very good,
And
very
so
good.
NXW ended, and when it was coming back, I made a little arena, which, by the way, I stored like pretty much most of my buttons for scripted matches, a bunch of book scripts in there. I was just hanging around there, and FF was like, "Hey, you're fairly active. Do you want me to sign you to NXW? Because that's signing up again." So I went sure, and then so my first there was a segment with what was it called? The Legacy title.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So before Blizzard, I think my first appearance was like a Legacy title. Like it was a promo. It was titled Confrontation or whatever. But the basic script was that we'd all talk for a bit, then Brawl breaks out and I stand tall.
Oh, yes.
So I did that, and that it was a ladder match. So I ended the segment by staring at the ceiling, but people were confused because they didn't really say anything. Uh,
Oh,
but yeah, I
heavens.
couldn't make it to Blizzard, and then I lost. I think Sniper or Tara won or something like that.
I think it was Tara for the Legacy title. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then later that night, I won the NXW briefcase.
yeah. So
And
then
yeah,
for the break, the Christmas break, I was fairly active. I was just hanging out and stuff. So I'm like, the Christmas break is always. I mean, I've only been through one, but it's a weird time because there's like nothing to do, but at the same time, a
everyone's
fair bit to.
active.
Yeah,
Like everyone thinks you're not gonna be active, but like everyone's basically on the server during the break.
yeah. So I waited my turn for the Revolution Assembly, which for people that don't know, it was held in this little music hall that we had,
Yep.
and it was basically the MXW CT and the top of the server at the time going, this is what 2017 is going to be, and this is what we want it to be.
Yeah.
So I asked a question because I was pretty interested at the time. I'd done some TXW work, but
Yeah.
it was nothing too special. So I was like, um, I know you've got this big indie scene where people build up and they become big and then they go to MXW. But how are you supposed to get to MXW if the people at the top of MXW are also at the top of indies? And
Mhm.
so they were like, I can't remember what they said, but yeah.
I think I do remember you saying that, but I think it was like not in a context that anyone would understand it.
Mm,
Like seeing you just said it then, and like you went to full context and everything. Like that's a really good question. Like and that's probably on
yeah.
a lot of people's minds. But yeah. And also at that assembly, I relinquished my briefcase to you.
Yeah, that's the reason why I brought up the question because at the time I was like, I feel like I've only got this case because I asked the question, and they were like, "Oh no, we got to make this new guy feel good."
No, I had a choice of who I wanted to give it to, and I think I made the best decision I could.
Mm, I think you did as well.
Indeed.
Yeah, during the Christmas break, guy by the name of underscore the Donald Trump underscore joined,
Ah, yes.
and yeah, he was trained. He wanted to be a tag team, so I said fine. He then changed his name to Jacob,
Yeah,
and that's how the LOL Foundation started.
I sort of gave him that name because everyone's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, what's his name gonna be? Because he can't be the real Donald Trump." And I'm like, "Okay, how about you go with Jacob Cage?" And then he comes back online, Jacob Cage, and I'm like, "Oh shit, he did it."
It's not a bad name.
It's not
It's
bad.
a good
It's a generic jobber
name.
name, but he didn't
Yeah.
turn into a jobber. He turned into the longest reigning
Briefcase.
international champion.
Yeah.
Um, so after the Christmas break, NXW, what can you say? It was a little weird. It was you
I
had
think
yeah
one thing I remember from the first show back after the break is the pre-show to the first NXW, and I think the fact that you had a terrible match with Hero and then signed into NXW just shows where NXW would go in the next year.
yes. See, on the pre-show of that show, it was I don't recall who I met. I think maybe it was Tony. It was Tony versus Hero on a contract on a pole match, and FF didn't want Hero to win, and so he basically, I think he did like something to like fuck over Hero, and he helped Tony
Mm.
win. I'm not saying it was Tony. I think it was Tony, and I knew what FF was doing, so I came out after the match and I said, "Pin me and you get a contract." And I
Wait,
laid,
it was a contract on a pole match, wasn't it?
like not my match with
Yeah,
Hero, but his match with Tony.
yeah.
But
I remember that.
then I laid down for Hero, and he got signed. So it shows you how much I really cared for the developmental. Because, okay, yeah, it's kind of stupid that I have to sign like a fucking 9-year-old or whatever, but like,
7.
sorry, 7. But that's where NXW was at the point. Like, it was either you had autistic people, or you had autistic people, or you had
Hmm.
um MXW guys, because we had Toad and Mr. Love on that show as well. Don't forget that,
Yeah.
because we had the Authority faction, which had what Saints,
Oh, I
Wilson,
just remembered that.
you,
Oh my
Jacob,
god,
Toad, Mr. Love. Like, it
that was
was
terrible.
fuck, and the big baby faces that was against them was me, Atom, and FF, I think,
Mm.
and maybe Light. I think it was Light.
Oh god.
Like, what the fuck? And
Yeah.
Maddie's faction was in the Authority faction too.
Oh yeah, the unknown assassins.
Yeah, and and the booking was that bad because, like, we had, I don't know, I think it was like Unknown Assassins versus LOL Foundation. Like, you're in the same faction. Like,
Hmm.
we weren't thinking straight then, but I think wasn't that that was when Saints and FF were booking, and I was just there. But so that happened, and then whoever booked Light versus Unknown Assassins and made Light beat all three of them is a
Oh my god.
madman. But
NXW Fury, what a show.
Jesus Christ, and then the shitstorm of that ending. Like,
Oh my god. I had a look at my segment. I still have the book for my segment from NXW on the 7th of January 2017. I was in the opening. I interrupt Atom's celebration and give him a warning about cashing in. So
Jesus Christ. And then All Stars came, and we were going back and forth, as you know, whether to have you cash in. But then we came to the decision that having Hero walk out as champion probably would have been the best, because we didn't want a 7-year-old ball his eyes out. And instead we had you cash in, what, 2 weeks or 1 week later?
yeah, it was. I think it was like 2 weeks or something. I don't even know. I personally, I think that having me not cash in at All Stars was possibly the biggest missed opportunity in NXW from
Yep.
that time.
Yep. And I think it probably would have worked out better because you had a shit reign. Let's just say that right now.
Mm. I mean, I think NXW really died when Milky and Toad at the time. Yeah, so they basically went, if you're an MXW superstar, you're not allowed to be in NXW.
Yeah, yeah.
And that really killed it because there were no new guys at the time,
Yeah.
right?
And like the MXW guys were like helping out the NXW guys.
Yeah.
And then like when the rule was placed, that meant that you couldn't be there when you weren't brought up. When you got brought up, Jacob had to leave. So
Yeah.
like we were kind
You
of fucked there.
Because I held the case for 133 days or whatever the number is.
Yeah.
But yeah, eventually when I cashed in, it was just cut short because I had to lose to Hero again.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had some good moments. You know, we had the LOL Foundation beat the Wilson Army for the tag titles in Cruz's hometown. That was nice.
That was
Uh,
good
and then the
stuff.
cashing was great.
Yeah, like Because no one thought you were gonna do it. Like, because every time you went to do it, you were teasing, and then you finally did it,
Yeah.
and it's like, holy shit, he actually did it.
Mm.
And then after you left, so after you lost to Hero, you were put into the NXWCT, and this is
Oh, yeah.
where the downfall of NXW was confirmed.
Hmm.
So and it's not your fault. It's generally mine and FF's fault. Uh, so I don't remember who, but whoever's idea was to have Rich Beamer, well, to have the Drix's son angle.
I think that was my idea actually.
I think we were just memeing around when we were watching Raw, but
I think it was. I don't know. I think it was one of those cases where like someone said something, and
mm,
then I like wrote up a semi-serious plan for it, and then it actually happened.
yeah, like so. I think maybe it was you when you said the kid angle for me, and then so we didn't speak of it until like halfway through the week, and then I'm like, I think I know who I want to be my son, and then I said, let's have it be Rich. He gets an next like, and then he fights Lee, and then I give him a title match or whatever. Like heel turn, blah 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 blah. Rich can win the NXT championship, and we have a ball like a what's the word? Like a concreted heel for the for NXW, and that didn't happen because camping got in the way,
Mm.
and instead none of us knew what we were gonna do. And then out of nowhere, I'm like, you know what? Let's have Ash be added to the match, and let's have Ash be double champion.
That
And
was a great decision.
that was a last call, but it happened, and yeah, and then Ash did a pretty good run as NXW champion and Time champion, but Time got thrown out of the window, etc. etc. And then yeah, okay. As much as I said that I wouldn't wrestle in NXW, and there was no way that I couldn't do Drix versus Rich. It was
Yeah,
bound to happen. And the circumstances that happened after the match, I probably shouldn't have done it. But I did it, and then he turned babyface and became the final NXT champion. But overall, when and we can't leave out the War Games match.
that was pretty epic.
Oh fucking hell!
Hmm.
We we are madmen. I'll take full responsibility for that. That was my idea.
I remember we had a group chat, just the three of us, and we were like brainstorming like other wacky uh,
Yeah.
stipulations. And like I was like, what if me and FF have to like tie our hands together or something? You know, just like this is Minecraft.
Yeah. And we just, cause I think the reason I got the idea was they had the double ring in that arena. Don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
It was whatever arena it was, but it was a custom arena, and they put the double ring in there. And for whatever reason, the mind popped to my like it got into my mind. And I'm like, let's do War Games,
Mm.
and that's what we did. And the right winner happened. It's just he shouldn't have turned heel.
Mm.
That's something. But then NXW ended, and one question: do you miss it?
Do I miss it?
Yeah. Do you miss NXW?
I have a bit of a legacy with it, but I don't know. I don't think I miss it. It's just oh, there's a lot of bad stuff about it, you know. Like
Yeah.
I think NXW, and I have to like think Jacob and like all the stuff about Jacob being banned and all that drama. I think about you and FF's drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, better off without, I
I
think.
I personally miss booking newer guys because like I'm still doing it at HX2, but it's like I'm barely doing it because like I don't know, I don't want to
Mm.
fuck up their careers if I do so, and I don't want to. So yeah. Um, moving on from NXW, CXF.
Oh,
We're not gonna go
right.
into full discussion of this. We're just gonna go into a how you
Oh, right.
grown from booking CXF. Go
I've grown a long way, my friend. Um,
on.
CX. Oh god, it was just doomed from the start, really.
It wasn't. No, it had
Well,
promise.
I don't know. If you think about like the idea was that Light had given me Lachua Underground, and then Toad didn't really care, so he said, "Yeah, fuck it, whatever, have the indie." Um, and then I was coming in with the idea that like I couldn't be bothered to count countouts, so I was just gonna make everything no DQ, and then so yeah, I put myself in all these stipulations that just backed me into more corners than I don't know, a cube,
Yeah, I
a
guess.
corners.
Well, you did more extreme than MXW has, so let's just say that. Uh, what? You had fucking Maddie and I have matches where we'd snap each other's arms off and shit, so.
Yeah, I miss that about it, to be honest. Like I miss that in CXF kayfabe there were people that were literally dead.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I was dead
Like
for a few months,
that was fun
returned,
to be a part of.
and then
Like
the
in
thing
Matty's
happened.
first match, I know the match was you versus Kev versus Matty, but someone like ripped off Matty's ear, and that was just
Yes,
he
yes,
just
yes,
has no ear
yes.
now,
Yeah.
and it was great.
And then he grew it back.
Yeah,
But then CXF Rumble happened. And
that was a good thing,
that
I
was
think.
it was a way it's a wake it was a wake up call for you
Yeah,
and your CT.
yeah. I don't know about my CT, but you basically the way I like to explain and like think about it now is like you don't get like the 3 times 5 star match amazing universal champion cruise without the CXF Rumble happening.
Yeah,
Like you don't get the server owner that I am now without the CXF Rumble happening.
yeah. Like ever since then, you've grown into a better person. Like nothing was wrong with you. It's just like you made some bad decisions. I've made bad decisions. Like we all make bad decisions. It's the way of being a human. But yeah, Tony winning was a bad decision.
Yeah, that was um,
And if he was, I don't know, could speak English and had a better in-ring ability, then maybe it would have been an underdog story. But like, I don't know, maybe having Karan winning probably would have been a better decision.
no, I don't know. For one, Curran was in CT,
Oh
and
yeah.
for two, he never showed up because of football. So,
Oh okay.
mm,
And it was you see how
yes.
they reacted during the match to Milky and Maddie. It was
Mm,
it was like they were lunatics, to be honest.
yeah. I mean, if you just look at the fact that Link got into the CT over a hockey game, I think that shows you how much CXF like had in it. You know,
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think it was like a penalty shootout or something, and Link was like, "Hey Cruz, if I score this, can I be added to CT?" I'm like, "Fuck it, sure." And then he scored it. And I was like, "Oh,
Jesus Christ.
mm,
So CXF, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest independent to ever live. Um,
thank you."
and then we come to your MXW career. Now, before we get there, I do want to say that this Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern, tune into MXW Knockout at the FedEx Forum. Sorry. And the main event will be Mr. Love taking on B-Dubs for the number contenders for the Extreme Championship. So,
I think
MXW.
B-Dubs is winning this one.
You really think that?
Yeah, I think he is. Because, for one, Love is a heel, and Ash
Yeah.
is a heel. I
Yeah.
guess tweener.
But now they're doing Twitter stuff together. Like Ash called him a faggot and the N word. So
Well, I don't know. I feel like Ash is just like a funnier version of Nev. I'm just gonna say that.
what are you saying? Neb's not funny.
Well, no, I'm not saying Nev's not funny. You know, what was it that Nev said last night? It's like when Nev puts in the general chat, like, oh, the myth is called around in the front row an N-word. Like that, I don't like. That's just not funny. When he legitimately gave someone an L last night, and that was actually really funny. Let me try and find. I can't remember what he said, but
I don't recall what he said either. There was a lot of
don't
things
know.
said last night.
Yeah,
But MXW, so you made your debut at Locked Away 2017 against Matt and Speak of the Devil, Nuck,
oh yeah,
for the
that was
tag
pretty.
titles. And Jacob was pulling double duty. Actually, no, he was pulling triple duty, and you were doing double duty. If you count
Yeah,
All Stars.
yeah,
So,
that was really weird. In like, if you think about it, because one was in Wembley, and
yeah,
the other was in I think, Chicago, wasn't it?
yeah, yeah. Fucking hell. um, yes, so that was an it was a good match. It was better than the tag match at Heatwave. Let's say that. um,
I mean, if you want to say that, I mean,
I
I
don't know.
can't really.
Like the match was okay. It was a bit sloppy, but
Mm,
like most matches at Heatwave, besides our match, because let's just say our match was very quick.
yeah, I mean, the tag match at Heatwave, like, it wasn't bad. It was just like I just wanted more for it, you
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. And
Mm.
every we're going off topic. Okay, MXW. Your career. So after the tag match looked away, you went into a little mini feud with Sock.
Oh yeah,
Which did involve you guys going for the tag titles, right? And I think maybe
battling Britain.
Nuck going for the international
Uh,
because
no, I don't think so.
I swear it was on a KO where Nuck just asked for a title match because he wants gold
It
and
might have.
he's
Oh, I
Jewish.
know that they faced off. I'm not sure if it was a title match. Or not.
I'm not sure, but I'm Jacob won obviously. Um, so then that mini feud ended, and then XC came, and you were getting trained by K-Man.
Yeah.
K-Man.
Mm.
So how did it feel to open Extreme Chaos 2?
It was great too. It was a really hot crowd,
Yeah.
and like the crowd. I mean, unless you were fucking Tony versus Hero on the pre-show, that wasn't really a hotter crowd, was there?
It was a
Like,
hot crowd, but like everyone like okay, from before Hero did his epic spots, the
mm,
fans are really into it, and like they're like, oh, okay, like let's give them this rub, so like they can,
yeah.
they feel good, And then Hero did his spots, and
Hmm.
everyone just starts laughing. So then, the epic pop for ECE was really good. Like he earned that pop. Like
Yeah.
he's been here since 2016, and he's still in developmental. Like that's
Mm.
bullshit. Like, and it sucks, but yeah,
I mean, right. To be fair though, he did get moved up and then like no sold the one in the chamber.
you got a point.
I mean,
You got a point. But like that was when no one knew that the one in the chamber was a protected finisher.
yeah. I mean, well, no, people knew because people were angry when he did it.
Well,
It wasn't
yeah,
like as
but it
now.
wasn't like a big deal then. Like
Yeah.
Like it was a big deal, but like no one like I don't know what to say about it. Like it was an honest, I'm pretty sure it was an honest mistake by ECE,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure he regrets it. But
Mm.
yeah. So then you beat Jacob for the international title, which you weren't meant to, according
Yeah.
to you.
I mean, no, I've been told like I was always going to at the same time.
Yeah. Well, I've been told that Light was winning it the next week.
Yeah, there's a lot of things with that because
It also
that was
includes him
also the time
messaging
that
you.
Jacob was banned. So
Yeah.
it's just like,
It that also if anyone wants to believe what I'm about to say, you go back and watch the like after the opening match at XC2, and Light messages Cruz about winning the international title next week. So that was a mistake by him.
oh, you're so dumb.
And then from there, you had a very, very good international title run. Like, okay, it wasn't as
Yeah.
long as Jacob's because Jacob did not. He did shit all with the title. Bad mistake,
I
rookie.
basically like I looked at the situation with the title,
Yeah,
like no help from CT at all, because at that point, and like to an extent there still is, but there was this like there was this massive divide between NXW and MXW, and I was still part of like
both.
the NXW group.
Yeah,
Like, I was in between, so I wasn't really talking to CT like that much,
yeah,
but I basically thought, okay, Jacob defended this title like not at all. I'm gonna do the complete polar opposite and just defend it as much as I want.
yeah. So that included house shows, and that's when
Yeah.
MXW Live came into play and shit like that. And that's when
Yeah.
like everything was pretty fun. Like that small little arena that we'd always use. But since I can talk about it now, since everyone knows, when I found out, since I was in the CT then, about you dropping it, because I was asleep when this happened, and I woke up and I found out that Jacob, not Jacob, but Stealth won the international title. I'm like, what the fuck? Like that came out of nowhere. Like,
I was fine with it. I think it made sense in
well,
story
yeah,
because
yeah.
yeah.
Continue, continue.
Hmm? So it was like I mean I've always said this like Stealth was one of the guys I was friends with at the time, and he wasn't terrible. Like he was a good wrestler.
Yeah,
Um, and like I like it makes sense in story for me to lose like at a house show because it's just like if you're gonna defend it over and over and over again, sometime like someone's gonna have your number, and
yeah.
that's what happened.
Well, like I didn't think, because I think like we did the. No, I don't know actually, but yeah, it came as a surprise to me. Like I grew on it because like I understood the circumstances. Like you couldn't make it a heat wave, and
Mm.
that you're a great guy. That like you have this mentality that if you're not gonna be there, you don't deserve to be involved. Like that's your I think that's your mentality.
I didn't really No, I didn't really agree with that. I was basically told, like, before the match, you're losing to Stealth, and I was like, yeah, okay. I was never, like, I knew I wouldn't be there, but it was never
Yeah.
like, I never told, like, them, like, oh, let Stealth win because I won't be there.
Oh, okay.
So, and
I
then,
was
like,
told
with
that
stuff
you
like,
asked to drop the title, and that's what I was told.
I, I never asked to drop it. Um, like,
Damn.
so,
That's
with stuff like Atom a couple, like, 2 weeks ago, I wasn't going to be there, but I scripted the entire match.
yeah.
So,
Well, that's good to know now. Now I look like a complete ass. So then from Heatwave to Execution, not Lone Survivor, you didn't really do anything major, did you?
That's where you're wrong, my friend. I was in a feud for the ages with Link.
Link is sorry, yeah, he had the greatest feud of all time with Link.
Yeah, these were low times in my career. Like, if you think
What
about
are
the
you
fall
talking
of,
about? The low times. This is the high of your career,
oh yeah, sorry.
mate. Luckily, Dave Matter didn't review Lone Survivor because you would have got
Oh,
a 10 star.
yeah,
I'm
he didn't
telling
want to
you.
break the
He didn't
rating,
want
you
to
know.
break it. He's like, oh damn, fuck, they got us. Um,
Mm,
yeah. So then execution came and you fought Matt, and
yeah,
then
that was. Ooh, was it?
it was. It wasn't. It obviously wasn't as good as the second encounter, but
Yeah,
it was still a
I
good
think I got
match.
kind of like depressed after it. Like, I just kind of
Well, yeah, you left
jumped onto the
because
bed and I was like, huh, what's life?
yeah, and yeah, you didn't get to commentate the greatest heel. I'm
I
kidding.
would have loved that actually.
Don't please. I I regret so many things. Um, but that so Holly called you during the match, right?
Well, right, it was.
Sorry,
Uh,
Tiger. I'm not gonna say the real
no,
name.
it's
Sorry.
fine. So yeah, right. There's a couple things that happen during the match, right? So I know that like Tiger, if like, um, sometimes I forget to tell like to make sure she knows that it's like a long pay per view or something, right?
Yep.
And she's fine with it. She's like, um, hi. It's hard to say. Basically like, uh, she's not like the best mentally, but that's fine. So,
Yep.
you know, sometimes when I'm not around for a bit, she thinks I'm dead, but it's alright, you know. So like she called me, and like obviously I'm looking at the script on my phone,
Mm.
and then like that was like annoying because I had to end the call like over and over again just to try and figure out what the next spot is, and then um at the same time, a friend that I told about the server
Yep.
decided to try and join and get a bunch of my IRL friends to join
Yep.
by putting it in like a Discord server that we have.
Yep.
But luckily, that Discord server is dead and no one joined. So I had to ban him and stuff. And he made fun of me for a bit, but whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I remember him joining with a
Mm.
few different accounts actually. Like one during your match, one during Maddie's match, I think. Wait, did you co-main event or did Extreme?
Extreme co-main evented.
It happened also during Extreme and one time during the main event. Yeah. And I think it had something to do with like ISIS or some shit. I don't know really. But and then Retribution. We can talk about this because I think I exposed it in my thing. I chose originally I was meant to face
Yeah.
JD, and then I said that after how everyone reacted to Execution, no one's going to be invested into JD versus Drix. And I feel kind of bad. I feel really bad for doing that to JD, but like I was speaking the honest truth. Um,
Mm.
but then Alt said, like, who would you want to face? And I'm like, I really do want to face Cruz. And like, you kind of have him in the storyline here because he's facing my partner and like he fought my blah 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 blah. But then that didn't happen because you couldn't make it Retribution,
Mm.
and so
That was depressing.
yeah, and then Man was meant to face Maddie, but they weren't on good terms. So then Alt changed it to me versus Man, and yeah, so I
Mm.
really wanted Man to win actually then, but Alt wouldn't let that happen. I don't know why. Um, but I did really this was when I was
Top heel.
no like nothing could beat Matt as a top heel, but I mean like this is the point where like right after the pipe bomb I was like I can't take this any like, and like this was when I
Mm.
was messaging Alt, and then I was messaging Milky because like I didn't speak to Milky like for like I don't know 2 months or something like that, and then I'm like,
Mm.
hey Milky, like, are you like still booking MXW with Alt? Because like I really don't want to be a heel anymore. Like I'm not particularly in the right mind space at the current time. And like taking this heat is terrible
Mm.
for me. Um, and like it was good heat, right? Because like the tag title thing, no one liked it, and like the main thing was to get heat onto me and Matt, but everyone took it seriously.
Mm.
But yeah, and then Last Stand happened, and you won the big boy universal title in the second 5-star match.
Yeah, second.
Yeah. It's probably been matches before then, the 5 stars, but we're just going to say
Yeah, I second official. I'm
second
sure stuff
official.
like Alt versus Puck and GB4, I like that. I bet that would have been rated 5 at the time. Stuff like that.
Oh, I don't really want to say it. But do
I
you
mean, I
really.
wasn't there.
Okay, the crowd probably would have made it a 5-star, but like, you really think breaking the canopy is going to get you a 5-star match?
Well, I did. Well, I mean, it would have been rated at the time,
Okay,
obviously. So
yes,
I don't.
yes.
Hmm, I'm not really sure because I wasn't there, but
It was still a good match because like they had the chemistry and the psychology and shit, but we're not talking about GB4. We're talking about you. Um, so Last Stand, you put on this banger of a match with Matt, which
yeah,
should have main evented because I'm telling you, Alt should have known how people were going to react to Saints winning. I'm
yeah.
telling you right now, Alt should have expected it, and like maybe he wanted the big heel thing, or he wasn't. He
Mm.
wasn't even a fucking heel when he walked in. He turned himself heel at the end, but yeah. So that began your long feud with Cruz that no one picked up on at first.
Wait, what?
The feud with Cruz, like no one picked up on it yet, like because no one was
Yeah.
predicting you versus Love at XC.
Oh yeah.
But
I
so
think.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Y-
Never mind.
what?
I was gonna say Matty predicted it
Well,
at the time, but
he,
he also knew half the card at the
yeah,
time, so.
like, and that's one thing that frustrates me. Like, him and Rock give shit on me for fucking knowing shit, but they also knew things. So
Mm.
hashtag Maddie and Rocker in the MXWCT boys.
Come on, why would they add two random Japanese kids? Are you serious?
Fucking hell, you're right. Oh, they added patches to the CT guys.
Yeah.
Um,
We can't tease them for it.
yeah,
Calm down.
no, we can't because things. Um, but then you got the briefcase hit into your head, and
Yeah.
Love won the Big Boy Universal title, which he had a pretty good reign. Put on some bangers of a match with JD, which is very underrated, and it's like both of their matches are two of my favorites from
Yeah,
this year.
talk about underrated. I think Love Series with JD is pretty underrated.
Like no one understands like they're like two fucking machines. Like they're two guns. Like they're weapons. Like they're
Mm.
absolute units in that ring. But um, we'll get
Oh, you know who
to
else is an absolute unit at the moment?
Dobby.
Yeah.
Oh, Bobby and Reed commentating, that is gold. Um, so then that feud began, but it wasn't really spoken about. So then you went to Breakout and you went for the international title and you lost. But Scott, that's when he got his big win.
That was good though, because Scott won. So,
He earned that.
and adding another chapter to the Cruise and Link feud is always good.
Exactly. And then we went into the Rumble, and I'm sorry. I always go back and watch the Rumble just to hear you say, "It's Cruz." Cruz is at number 30.
Yeah. I mean, it's
So,
always weird commentating yourself because
yeah,
you can't big yourself up too much, otherwise you just look really egotistical.
yeah,
But at the same time, you're number 30 in the Rumble, so it's
yeah. And you were in the final three, and
three final.
as
Yeah,
soon as you hit the floor, everyone knew Mem was winning because they weren't gonna take the HXW Rumble
yeah.
winner. Like that's obvious. But it was
Imagine if they
what?
imagine the heat.
Oh, that
I
I don't think it would be heat for them
don't
doing
know.
it.
FF's under though.
I think everyone like be mixed reaction, like mixed because like you'd
Mm,
have people that are like, "What the fuck, Mem lost,"
yeah,
and then you have people saying, "Fuck yeah, FF's main event XE."
yeah.
So I think I'd be caught in the middle because I love both guys, but
It was the right decision to let them win.
yes,
Say
yes.
that.
Not according to Rock at the moment due to their beef right now.
I'm so confused. Like
We'll
they.
we'll get to it. We'll get to that
Alright.
very shortly. That's the next thing. So, you went from the Rumble match into the Extreme title picture in a fatal four-way with Ash, Minnie, Prince, and yourself.
That was a really good match.
Uh,
Like
But
I think
the
people underrate.
circumstances with the fans
Mm,
was the reason behind it. Because let's face it, okay, I know it's not about you, but Minnie's career has went pretty good this year. Like though
yeah.
though he's not a top guy as of yet, I really want him to be, but he's he's developed into a pretty good
Oh,
wrestler
definitely.
now. Like
I think he was all right during the feud with Matty in 2017,
yeah,
and
yeah,
like I don't believe he did much around like the end of
yeah,
2017, but
because
like
that was when he
winning
had
the
his broken leg.
oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, and that made like like I imagine he would have had an amazing HXW run, but of course he couldn't show up to anything. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, um, uh, he's really come back in 2018.
yeah. The last stand was, I'd say, probably the last show that everyone stopped disliking him.
What was his match at last?
Ash,
What?
he didn't, he couldn't show up. I don't remember the reason why. I think it was because he had like physiotherapy on his leg.
Okay.
Um, but that and then breakout. You know, that's when he started getting all these good matches.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I mean, the breakout match wasn't like 100% epic, but it was still quite good.
Well, yeah, like yeah, yeah. And then he had his awesome match with Ash at the Rumble,
Yeah, that was good.
locked away, and
Yeah, I like that Extreme title match. Not because I'm in it, but because it was actually quite good.
yeah, there was a lot of high spots in there. Everyone was very what's the word I'm looking for? Very like I'm talking about you guys, not the fans, because the fans were shit. Um,
Oh, that was yeah.
like you guys were so involved in the match. Like you guys had all the needles, not needles,
Yeah. Oh, one
thumbtacks in
thing
your
I
back and shit.
the one spot that I always go back and watch is the spot where Ash and Prince hit us with elbow drops or whatever through the tables, and the tables just like flatten immediately, and it looks hot. Like it's so in time, it's amazing.
I'll probably have to go watch that back, to be honest. But then after the locked away, you beat Maddie, and you go to Extreme Chaos, and you put on
Yeah.
another another fantastic match.
Mm.
Talk about a rising star. Like, okay, you're not a rising star now, but like from you look from Locktaway 2017 to XC3. Look how far you've come. Like you've got
It's been
you've
so far. I mean, I went from tagging with a German to
having 3 star,
well,
3 5 star
yeah.
matches.
I mean, I feel like I was slept on for a while in NXW
Yeah.
because like Jacob got moved up for them. I don't know. Apparently, it was promo work in GPW. Like what?
Mm.
But Jacob got moved up, and at the time I asked Toes, like, am I going to be moved up with him? Like, we're a tag team. He's like, maybe, and then the answer was eventually no.
Yep.
But I waited, and it goes back to what Fire said on the day that I joined the server. Cruz, you're going to have to take the long way round, and I. Yeah, even when I got to NXW, I wasn't like the finished product at all. I was still pretty terrible. Um, I feuded with Light and stuff, and that
Hmm.
it's Light. It can only be so good.
But like that built you into a better person and a better wrestler. So
Yeah,
that
I
got you
I
onto the
had to
road.
fall a lot before I could be amazing, and that's where I'm at now.
Damn, fucking egotistical, calling yourself amazing.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
thanks.
I'm kidding. 'Cause you are amazing. Love you. Uh,
Mm.
so now you're still Universal Champion after beating Love. You beat Maddie twice now,
I
but
shouldn't be, but yeah.
we can go into that now because it's now the drama topic. But
Oh,
we'll
I
kick
don't
it.
know if I want.
Do you want to say it or do you not want to?
I'll say yeah, that finish was changed Friday night, but I'm not going to expose what would have
It
happened
we
apart from
You
I
don't
would have
have to,
lost.
but it was changed due to the drama. Let's just say that.
Yeah. Well, basically, we found out Matty was leaving, so I'll change the finish. So. Hmm.
And you guys can work out the rest. So the drama. What do you think of the drama that has happened in the past week?
I mean, right, how did this all start? It's just I get right. What was it? Milky's face was put in the general chat,
Yep.
and it's like, I mean, Milky. Whoa, Ash just distracted me. Sorry. Um, but yeah, like Milky's face was put in the general chat. I don't really agree with that, and I don't think Rock does either. Even
Yeah.
because, like, you know, you can be like I know Nev said like, oh, he showed it to us in a chat, and like he's shown that he's not nervous about it before. But I think like it's it's not hard to work out that Milky doesn't want his voice on and doesn't want his face around like the Discord and stuff.
Yeah, because you know it's gonna be memed. Like everyone memed it
Yeah.
back in 2016 when he had his baby voice.
Mm.
Yeah.
But there's like there's a level of respect that you should have.
Yeah.
Like if it's like with the intros, if you don't want to speak, that's fine. I'll work my way around it.
Yeah.
Like I'll just have it be a commentary line where I go, and this is Ash versus Minnie for the Extreme Championship or something like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and like if you do want to speak, that's fine, and I'll create lines for you and I'll do all that. But if you don't, there's nothing left for you.
Yeah. It was it was silly to do what they did. Like,
Mm.
how would Ash feel, right, if someone had a picture of him and just started spamming the shit out of that?
Yeah, I mean, you look at like Ash is like the same essentially because he did the Big Hero diss track, but we've never really heard his voice before.
Yeah.
Like, hmm.
Like, just they need to think, put them in Milky shoes, and how would you feel if you have goons, let's just call them goons, spamming the
Yeah.
picture of you from 2016 that is irrelevant now.
Oh, are you telling me Milky looks different now?
I don't know actually. The o- the the only thing I've seen of his is like his arm or his leg or some shit. I don't know.
Oh, I see like his feet, I think, or like his lower leg.
He showed me his hair one time.
Oh, does he
He
have good hair?
he has good hair.
No.
Yeah.
Does he
Um.
have like a full afro? No.
Honestly, I don't even recall what it is.
Oh,
Like for whatever reason,
can't have been that. It's not that memorable then, is it?
no, it's not really memorable. No. Um. Yeah, but it was stupid of them to do that. Not getting involved wasn't needed. Um. Like, and I don't know what they mean by Alt has like the difference between Alt and Milky's like owners. Like Alt shown his face. Like Alt doesn't really like
No,
it when you expose
I,
his face. Like I, I
I
hope
didn't even know Pino's face. I haven't seen
I have
it.
I have a picture of Alt's face, but like
Ooh, I wonder what Alt looks like.
he on special days he sends streaks of his face. So
Oh, I need a streak. I think I added him like a year ago and he hasn't added me back.
oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I know that Alt doesn't like getting his face sent out. Like so,
Mm.
why use that card? Like okay, yeah, he willingly sent that out. Milky's was a screenshot from a call that he willingly put his video cam on. And Milky told me, but someone said that it all pointed back to me. Like someone said that I started it.
What?
Yeah,
Weren't
like
you asleep at the time or something?
I
You were
was
at school.
asleep when this was happening, but then I'm like,
Ah,
okay, maybe it's because like how everyone got the photo.
right.
I didn't screenshot the photo, so I got sent it.
I know you had the photo, but
I, but whatever, pointed at me. I've sent it a few times, but yeah.
Hmm.
Maddie's made a meme with Milky's head on Triple H with every title, so that's funny.
Give me.
So with the drama, I don't think. I think one of the reasons why everyone kind of just blew it off and like it's not that serious anymore is because half of the fucking people that started it ran away. Like,
Yeah, but if you run away from the Discord when something you don't like happens, you're a coward, aren't you?
exactly. Like, okay, Milky. I don't care what Milky says about this, but Milky. I told Milky multiple times, what's the point of running away when you could be there fighting the problem? Like, you know you're right, so go fight them off. Blah 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 blah. But no. So then Rock sends out his video and then leaves. Um,
I really did enjoy listening to him going, I'll post evidence with this as well.
he said that
Yeah.
since January at Retribution that he'll post evidence of chats that he's been given of
Like
me.
I just feel like that's a cop out really. Like whenever anyone does it. Like look, I don't care if you don't have evidence, just say you don't have fucking
Yeah,
evidence.
like
Like there's no need to push me out about it.
he said that he was gonna send it, but okay, let's just slide on out. Like okay, and then Maddie tags along. Like it's
It's whatever, I don't mind.
oh, and Milky just Snapchatted me.
Yeah, it's true. I just got it as well.
Yeah. So the drama is, I think, over now. Like, I think
Yeah, I think it
only,
ended up with
I think the only beef now that there is Mem and Rock.
You'd be wrong. There's beef over the Rising Revolution set.
Oh no. Damn.
No, it's not really beef. It's just there's like some people want one set, some people want the other, and we're just like figuring out the best of both worlds. It's not like drama. It's just
Jesus Christ.
it's not bad. It's like I can handle this drama.
Uh, so then, um, yeah. So Maddie and Rock are gone,
Mm,
and
I think Matty will be back in some capacity.
Milky messaged me this yesterday, and he's like, "Why is Maddie still in the Discord?" And he's like, "This is basically proving my point. Maddie knows he can't leave.
Mm.
He,
I mean, I'm not gonna stop him, but like, I find it a bit weird that you're like I mean, just personally, not as like a server owner, because those are two different things.
yeah,
That like he's like, I'm leaving the Discord,
yeah, and
but
then
then
comes
joins
back.
to talk about pay-per-views and stuff.
It's
Yeah, like
it's
I'm not gonna
silly.
ban you for anything. Like you can do it, I don't care. But
Yeah, he's a he's a different one. Maddie is. Okay, I'm not gonna talk shit about anyone. Like,
nothing wrong with
I
being different.
there's nothing wrong, buddy. Like, you're Brown. I'm Hamish Brown. Let's make the connection.
I'm one E away from being Australian.
Yeah. So, is that all you want to talk about with the drama?
I mean, is there anything else to talk about with it? What was the stuff that happened at Heatwave? Because I know there was a ton of that
Oh,
like
okay. So, I think it was Milky that messaged me, and he's like, "Oh yeah." So he messaged me on Discord. He goes, "Do you have social spy?" I'm like, no, I haven't had it on for months." And he's like, "Oh, okay." So and he's like, "All right." So I was looking at past commands, and I was seeing messages from Maddie. No, not Maddie. Yes, it was Maddie. Sorry, it was Maddie and Rock, and they were talking shit about Mem um during his match. But the
Mhm.
reason to that is because Rock came on during Man's entrance, and
Right.
he started chanting 3K. Like, he did it, and then a bunch of other people did it. So why target Mem? I don't know.
Didn't Rock say in his video that like you can hate me, I don't care?
Yeah,
Like, and surely that would mean like if you're I mean, I haven't seen these messages, so I don't know the tone of them, what they was. But if you're like discussing it with Matty, surely it shows that you do care.
yeah. Like, basically, when I looked at the commands, like, I didn't see the full conversation, but I only saw one because I wasn't bothered. I only read into 10 pages, and most of it wasn't even their conversation. It was more man versus not man, Matt
Yeah,
versus
like
Mem slash
attacking me and
Mies.
all
Um, but the thing that got me, like the only thing I read that got me was Rock said that he so badly wanted to chant, "Please retire at Mem."
that. Oh wow, what a burn!
What a
What?
burn, ladies and gentlemen. And so before that, so I think this was before my match actually. Matt messaged me and he goes, um, so before that I told him that he has a hot attire and he goes, oh yeah, thanks, blah blah blah. And then we
Hmm.
just talk. I stopped talking for like a few minutes, and then he messaged me again. He's like, um, he just basically told me that he doesn't hate me, and just because if he hangs out with people that dislike me, doesn't mean that he shares the same opinions,
Mm.
which was very meaningful. Like I really appreciated Matt saying that. Like, I really thought I lost one of my
I
close
respect
friends.
Matt so much. Matt's such a great role model.
Yeah, and like I honestly thought like I lost a friend that I've had since 2016. And though we've had our bumpy roads and shit, but like, it's great to hear that he said that. But and then I got told something else, but I'm not gonna say that because that's not my place to
Ooh,
go. Um,
spicy.
yeah, and then right after Heatwave finished, I was going to message Mem after his match and say, "Hey, I uh I went through the past commands and I saw that I didn't use any names. I said they were talking shit about you, and for whatever reason, I don't know how, but I fucked up the slice message and I messaged to Rock,
Oh,
and so, and then I looked at it when it sent to Rock, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go, here comes beef.
oh. Okay, so it was there like an argument? There was, wasn't there?
No, no, not between me and Rock. He just messaged me saying Drix, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? And he goes, and then he just starts going into like how he just didn't like how Mem was rude to Kev, and like, and he's like, I'm hating the fact that that's the guy that I retired to, that's the guy who I dropped the title to, blah 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 blah. I kind of
It's
just
times like this. I really don't. You know, it's a Minecraft server.
yeah
You know, like I understand. I don't know. Maybe I'll understand it better when I'm retired. Like
yeah
I don't know when down the line, but like
November 3rd.
don't. No, I don't know.
I think th- this server feeds off of drama each week.
To an extent, maybe.
Like we haven't had this much drama since what uh Rock's little temper tantrum back at the Rumble
Yeah, I agree with that.
that didn't end out too good for him. Like okay, it did because he made it NXT,
I'm
but it didn't end
yeah.
out
I mean,
with the
he
way
made
he
events
wanted
next
it.
week. You got out of the final six of the Rumble. So
Yeah, like but one of the reasons why that is because Puck messaged him saying that well, I don't know the context. He didn't send me the screenshots, but oh guys, I'll send you evidence of that chat. No, I'm kidding.
hmm.
Yeah, it's whatever. Like, I really don't care. I've matured this year after this bullshit that's happened to me.
I think the server as a whole. Look at the arguments we were having last year, right? You and Fire. I don't even know
Jesus
what you're.
Christ, like
You know.
it was part of the like FF made it part of the NXW show. That sounds.
Yeah, but that was like that wasn't really drama. Someone being dumb, I guess. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and I thought it'd be nice, and I offered him a role back in the CT, like in one of the segments, and then he attacked me.
He was,
Yeah,
makes sense.
yep. But let's move on from drama because
Yay.
okay, so what is the worst match you've ever been in?
The worst match. Oh. I mean, I mean, worst match for me is when you've like I don't know. I've I've got to say Cruz versus Link at Lone Survivor. I think
Alright.
because that was the match that we tried to make good,
Yeah, yeah.
and it was terrible.
Yep.
With the thing like the match with Matt at Execution, I see that as like a good match because I ended up going through so much shit, but I still managed to do the
Yeah.
match well.
Yeah, you were
You know,
warrior.
like that was like fought through all the pain.
Yeah.
That's like finishing a match injured in real life.
Yeah, like
You know, except your blood skin didn't work. Um, but you know.
Jesus
Um,
Christ. So Link is your worst match at Lone Solo?
yeah,
Alright.
yeah.
What's your favorite match you've ever done? Doesn't have to be MXW, but if you want it to be MXW, it can be MXW. Like, I'm pretty sure the answer, but go on.
I mean, if favorite match in Indies, I would say um, Cruz versus Ash versus Ult in IXW
Oh, yeah.
Purgatory.
Yeah.
Especially with the build and like that was one of my favorite builds I've ever done.
Yeah.
Um, especially with all the voice work. But
Yeah.
in MXW, like I want to say the match with Matt. I think that is. I mean,
I think you're like forced to say with Matt just
no,
because it was your. I don't know.
hmm,
Like, I think you'd have to choose from your 3 5 stars, or it'd be a
yeah,
bit silly of you to say that.
yeah. I mean, I had a lot of fun in the Extreme title match at Locked 2017, but it was definitely like not on the same level as
Yeah,
my
yeah,
5 stars. So I wouldn't like. I don't think it ends up as my favorite because I know I've had a really good match when like the day and like the week after I end up just like thinking about the match and I think about the spots and stuff. Like
yeah.
week after Last Stand, I was thinking like that was like crazy when I jumped off and went to hit the cruise crush on the table. Then he speared me into the apron, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh man, remember that part where he was like playing to the crowd and I was on the apron and like springboard crossbodied him, you know.
Mm. Yeah. Give me one dream match for you.
Hmm. For me,
Yeah, for you in
I
MXW.
am. Yeah. Hello. No. In a bit. Sorry.
Hello and
My
welcome to
mother.
Talk Is Hamish.
Hello. Right. Dream match. Do they have to be an active wrestler now?
Um, I don't know. Like, do you want to do one for like retired? Okay, I'll change the question. Name one match that is with a current wrestler and one
Okay.
with a retired wrestler.
Hmm. I mean, it's hard to say because, like,
Yeah.
on one hand, there are like I'd love to face man, I'd love to face men, but at the same time, it's like the heel and face dynamic wouldn't really work out.
Hmm.
So, like I don't know if I could get that to 5 stars because there wouldn't be like an amazing underdog story. It'd just be a great exhibition match.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, it would still be good. I'd still be a really fun, and I'd love to work with them.
Yeah.
Um, with heels, I mean, I feel like I faced most of the heel roster. You know, let
Possibly.
me have a look at the roster. We got Link, Taco, and Atom as heels. You know, Ash is like a tweener. Um, that Ash would be fun. Rich, I think I've worked with him. I've worked with him a fair bit before. I think he'd be fun to work with.
Yeah, since everyone's saying
Bobby
that
the
his
same. Who are there?
scripting's pretty good now, so
Yeah, Minnie.
yeah.
Actually, a match with Minnie would be pretty fun. We had a match on KO. He lagged out in like the first. Well, he lagged a bit in the first minute or so, and then that was
Classic
fine.
mini, classic mini.
I faced Love. Uh, who else to heal? Is YG a heel now? I'm not really sure, to be honest.
Is he?
Um, I, I mean, he was faced with Revolution, and they're still a tag team, I think.
I don't know. I have no clue.
Hmm. You know, I had a match. I've had a couple like random matches with Milky.
Yeah.
If there was a real like heel GM like really bullying me,
Mm.
and it was Milky, I think that would be a fun. I think that's my dream match.
All right. And what's with the one retired wrestler?
With retired, I mean, with retired, I'm basically playing who have I never faced in MPW, I guess.
Yeah, basically.
Because like everyone else I've either faced or they're not that good. So I feel like I mean I never got to work with Boston, which I would really love to.
Yeah.
Um, I think people ask why would I want to work with Park? I think it would be fun, like just for like the one pay-per-view match, you know, like just to, like maybe even just to say that I've worked with him, you know,
Yeah.
so, like people like Boston and Parko, I guess.
I'm not gonna say anything 'cause I don't want to fuck up anything and get heat for saying anything
I'd
about
love to
Puck.
do like a fast with him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's possible. Like, I'd love. I mean, you could possibly do on like you do a match based around fast and slow work rate. I think where
Mm.
like I know that my element's in going fast,
Yeah.
and he's trying to slow me down. I think that would work actually. Maybe.
Jesus Christ, she just worked out a fucking match.
Yeah.
Milky's gonna go book it now. Yeah.
Milky, can I just say anywhere but the Rumble to XC season? It's the one. Like, no, it's just like I saw what happened last with you, and I don't want that to happen to me, you know.
Yeah.
And plus, I don't really want to encourage MPW guys doing that, really, or retired guys in general. Like,
Yeah.
you want a match with me, sure, not at XE, like, it's like the culmination of my year's work is not to face someone coming out of retirement for a month, you know.
Yeah, you got a point there. Fuck, that hit me in the fucking feels, man. Um, Jesus Christ. Alright, okay, so your answer's Boston or Puck.
Yeah,
Um,
I guess.
okay, what is a goal that you would want to do? Like, just give me one. Unless you got more, but, before you retire.
Before I retire, let me think of a good one. I wanna, right. I wanna hold one of the records for the MXW title. Like, it could be like most reigns, you know, longest, shortest.
For the
But I think
MXW
it'd
or
be
just
cool.
a random title?
No, I already have them for like a random title. I think MXW, because I have
Yeah.
like shortest universal and stuff like that.
Yeah, you have shortest Universal and you have the most reigns tying with me for
Yeah,
Universal.
two.
Yeah. Let's get it to three, boys.
Let's make it four.
I'm gonna be a five-time. You know, Yuki said he wanted me to be the Booker T of MXW. I'll be the fucking
Oh,
Booker T of MXW.
retire and sit around on pre-shows.
Whoa, shucky ducky quack quack.
Oh, iconic.
I really don't like Jason Jordan here, ladies and gentlemen. Um, I can tell you one of my goals, and maybe that'll spark one of your goals.
All right, all right.
I want to be tag team champion and help the division.
Ah, I've heard that before.
You have multiple times by other people and by me.
Hmm. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm bound to help the division. I don't want it to be like a forced thing.
yeah. Like, well, I know that you sort of. Okay, I don't know if you're fucking around with me, but like, I'm pretty sure you'd want to tag with me.
Yeah, that would be fun.
'Cause
You know?
I really enjoyed doing the IXW stuff.
Yeah.
Like, that was really fun. Like, though I didn't really get anything out of it,
Hmm.
but
You almost got a match with Aries, my friend.
fuck, yeah, you're right, buddy. I would have been analled. I think my career would have been analled at that point. But I was willing to do it because I was in IXW to help. Basically, I think like
Hmm.
that's not the role they told me I was given, but I kind of assumed that's the role I was getting, 'cause like I was gonna help Aries, like, and I was basically helping you, like, get the
Hmm.
reaction. Like, well, no, you already had the reaction before you even partnered
Yeah.
with me, but you know, like, the two underdog baby faces are fighting off the authority. Yeah.
Yes, Queen.
Yath Queen.
Just got a message. Hey man,
Oh no.
streaks.
What? He didn't send me it.
Ah.
Oh, now I did. He got it now.
Oh.
Okay. So is there anybody on the MX3 roster, all retired or just people that are inactive, that you do not like to work with, besides
I
Link?
know. Right, I know. I said that. I know I had a go at Atom a couple weeks ago. I take all that back. We've apologized to each other. We both admitted that, like,
Yeah.
we were being bit dicks. Like, I shouldn't have called him out in general chat, and he said like he probably should have helped a bit. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, like, if you thought that I wouldn't really want to work with Atom, I'm fine with it now.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I doubt I'll have to script anything with him again
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah.
He's involved in tag division, so even if we're in the same match, it'd probably be just like
Tag match or something.
unscripted, I guess.
Yeah.
No.
I know last year, whilst GPW was the thing, when I had my fucking banger of a feud with him for the elite title, I remember telling Milky and Alt that do not want to work with him ever again, so don't book me with him, and that's what caused the fuck Adam diss track,
Ah.
because I did not like him because he was a bit of a dick, and
I
now
mean, it's not that, like, I don't have a. I do not want to work with these people list. You know.
I don't have it. Like, that was the one person that I said I didn't want to work with, and that like
Oh,
lasted like, I don't know, 5 months or something like that. Well, no,
everyone
like,
that I've worked, like, there are people that like, I've had bad experience working with them, like Atom these past time. But like
yeah.
with Link and stuff, like I'll, he's a cool guy. I've worked with him.
Oh,
No one that I don't want to.
yeah. I'll work with anyone. Like, okay, like, it's I have a passion for this industry and MXW,
Yeah,
whatever you want to
yeah.
say. Like,
Like
that I'll do
it,
anything for it.
like if I have problems with a person, like, and we get booked in a like pay-per-view match, I'll put that aside.
Yeah,
You know, like I know I've flagged off people like Nev and like Ruck and like Matty and stuff in this podcast, but if we were booked in a match like for Road to Victory, I'd put all that aside and I'd work the match with you. The
yeah.
same as I would anyone else.
Well, the thing is, like, okay, I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to expose it, but I'm pretty sure like I was meant to like be facing Maddie at Road to Victory. I was
Oh,
going. I was willing to put my problems with Maddie aside and work with him.
yeah, I bet he would have as well.
Well, yeah,
Like
because
Matty has that
he has that
same. Yeah.
mindset to do this. Sorry.
Mm.
But I I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't really have a list of people that I don't want to work with, to be honest.
I have a list because there isn't anyone that I don't want to work with. I
Yeah,
guess.
I'll like I said, I'll work with anyone because that's
Mm.
me, and I'll be willing to help anyone out. Like,
Yeah.
yet there's still rumors of Drix pushing down people. Um, but that's not the case. Um, yeah, if you need any help, ladies and gentlemen, just let me know and I'll come and help you.
Hey Drix, can you script my entire match for me?
Oh,
Thanks.
sure thing, buddy. I'll do it for you. That actually reminds me. Last week, Rich messaged me and he goes, "Hey Drix, how do you think me and Doc should go with that match?"
No, there's nothing wrong with asking a father for help. That's
Exactly.
normal thing to do.
I know. He was asking me like, if this opening sequence made sense, which I believe he still used it in the opening, which I guess it made sense since it got a 3-star. So,
Yeah.
um,
My thing with that match was right is that like obviously they botched right,
yeah,
and you have to take away from the rating for the botches. But like if you look past that, it was a pretty good match. You know.
Yeah. And I gave him a few tips like, okay, you guys are opening, so fast paced action. Um,
Yeah.
you need that to get the crowd hot. Now, don't ask.
Mm.
Normally, I don't really want to give uh help with opening matches because I have terrible experiences with opening shows. Like,
Mm.
I we really thought me versus Matt versus Mem was gonna be like a fucking 5-star match. Jesus Christ,
I
that
thought it was
was.
pretty good. I think some of it was a bit confusing, but apart from that, it was good.
I think it probably would have been better if Matt was there.
Yeah, that too.
No problem with Milky. He only got given the script like I don't know, 30
Yeah.
minutes before the show or something. I don't know. Uh, but and then I fell asleep during the show, so rip the ending.
Yeah.
Which didn't make sense. I'll say that right now. It didn't make sense for me to attack Matt.
I think it did.
Okay, I understand that it makes sense that I finally attack Matt, but that makes me the heel.
No, I think you didn't want him to get
Okay,
the
yeah,
MXW title.
true.
You can attack someone and still be face.
Well, Matt was thinking the same thing I'm saying right now, so uh, yeah. So I think we're at like 2 hours. I think
Are we? Well, I thought we were at like an hour 20. So,
maybe I don't know. But
yeah.
let me see if there's anything else on my uh list here. Okay. So one person, right, that you would love to work with, like, no, not work, like, not love to, but you have loved in the past to work with.
Working with Mr. Love, ironically, was a
Same.
lot of fun.
I really like working with love, even though we should still like obviously if this was the real world, even if it is the real world, but like if we were in, let's say, WWE, and
Hmm.
the main event is set, Hamish versus Mr. Love. I'm not going to say his name. And he gets injured, and they replace the main event. I wouldn't be I'd fucking hate him.
Mm.
Which, like, okay, I don't hate him. I really don't hate Love. It wasn't his fault. It sort of was, but it wasn't. Because, but I don't know. Like, I really do still think I don't know. The main event was in my palm. Was in the palm of my hands, and it was kind of just
Mm.
slapped out of my hands. But you can't do anything.
Yeah.
Though I already know that if Love and I, or me and Alt, went on last, we would have been fucked over during because of bus
Yeah.
speech.
I think the only way you combat that is by moving it another match away, like
Yeah,
it was at Heatwave. Like, I think you give Milky, Saints, and Wilson that burden
yeah,
because it
yeah,
works like me and Matty did, or I guess me and you did at Heatwaves a couple days ago. Like
yeah.
the crowd was so weird because at one point they were hot, they were like a good crowd.
Mm,
Then the next moment it was silence.
yeah.
And it was just so confusing.
It's yeah. It's I don't know. I recalled someone saying like the week of no, maybe like 2 weeks before actually. Don't I don't recall. I think maybe it was PC Master or something like that. It was why is Drix in Love main event? It should be Bust and Puck. and then it happens, and I'm like, fuck, this guy's fucking smart.
Yeah.
He's the master CT member, isn't he?
He was.
Yeah.
Guy. We banned him because he made a TNT penis.
Oh,
Not even a big one,
that
like
was him.
ones that like break the server.
Was that
Yeah,
him? Damn. Okay.
yeah, it was him.
Damn.
I found a forum thread from January. He tried to start up another Minecraft wrestling server.
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
We unbanned him a while ago though.
Yeah.
His name was Condemn Blocks, but then
Yeah, yeah.
I think someone changed his name to Condom Blocks.
Jesus Christ.
This is the stuff about this server that I remember. You know.
Jesus Christ. So after this is uploaded, I'm going to be putting out a poll of who is going to be the next person on Talk Is Hamish, and people get to vote and blah blah blah. But before we wrap it up, Cruz, I'm going to steal your question.
No.
By the end of next year, not by the end, yeah, next year, where do you think you're going to be placed at XC4?
XC4, a retirement home. No.
Jesus Christ,
I wouldn't
that's
retire.
the same thing as
No,
me.
I wouldn't retire.
That's the same thing.
I wouldn't retire. I think I'm gonna. The only way I retire at XC4 is if MXW ends. I think we're gonna see an XC5 in our lifetimes.
2020, you know? Boys, we can think of it. 2020.
No,
I believe you've cut out. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we've lost Cruz.
Hello.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so I was saying, out of a career,
Yeah.
you get 3-4 years, right?
Yeah.
And I think that if there's enough dedicated guys that stick around from now, you can easily have an XE5.
Yeah.
You know?
Because we have a roster of 20 people right now, don't we?
Yeah. And if the EPW guys keep doing what they're doing, and I think some of the EPW guys are pretty good.
Yeah, you're gonna have Dobby and all that come up soon, so.
Yeah. Well, I think to be honest, I don't see anyone going up until execution time. I think anyone else would be too soon. Apart from Fallen, I think Fallen's who's essentially already up there.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Yeah, Sir has the ability. I think he could do it.
I think Elite needs promo work.
Yeah, I think that's also why they stuck him with Emily. But
does she do promos for him?
Yeah, she's like his manager. Although he did a voice promo on EPW.
I watched EPW. That's why I just said it.
Yeah, I mean, he botched one line, but it kind of made him look like a better heel in a way.
Yeah, and then you messaged me saying, "Oh, he just saved himself" or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then he botched his promo on HXW.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, promos and that come with time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think guys like Elite, I think Cool Buzz, give it to execution, and if they keep improving, they could be MXW ready. You know.
Yeah.
I see people like Dobby, maybe even Rob on the XC card. You know, people of that level.
I think the position I would see Rob in is possibly the ladder match, if there is one next year.
Yeah, I think there will be a ladder match. I think there's always going to be a ladder match.
There's always going to be a ladder match, but I'm just thinking maybe not. Maybe Rob pulls it out, you know. He faces Drix.
I see someone like Danger could easily be international title.
Yeah.
XC, maybe even higher. You know, like Extreme or Universal.
Yeah.
Yeah. As for me, XC4, I mean it's in Levi Stadium.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm either gonna go all the way to the top, or I'm gonna coast. You know, like, um, I think either I go. I mean, I don't know if I'd say MXW title. Because on one hand, like, I'm so involved in production and stuff
Yeah.
that it might not be worth it. But like at the same time, maybe I don't know.
I believe you have the ability to be the face of the company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
I could see you main eventing XC4
mm,
or co-main eventing. I think those are the only
yeah.
two
I could
positions
see
for you.
I do. I don't think I'd main event because I mean, obviously, like something crazy could happen with my momentum. Like if like I just do something retarded, all can change.
I don't see that happening.
Mm,
To be honest.
I don't know. I just don't want to make myself look like really egotistical by saying I'm going to main event XC4. I guess.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
be in like
cause then Milky's probably gonna be like, oh, he thinks he's main eventing. Not gonna happen.
yeah. I'm just gonna say I guess top half of the card.
Yeah.
That way I've got a good chance of getting it right. So in 10 months time, I'll like look back at this and go, I told you all. Top half of the card.
Yeah. So, yeah, this has been Talk Is Hamish. I'm Hamish, or Drix. Hi, Drix, whatever you want to call me. My first guest, Cruz, Sujay, whatever you want to call him.
Thank you for having me.
It's alright. I very, very pleased to have you as my first guest.
Ooh, interesting talk.
Yes,
Is it?
very long talk.
Oh yeah. I think I need lunch. I don't know.
I need sleep.
Kind of like I'm low key fasting, which means like I can only eat fruit and stuff. So.
Alright, guys. I'll be sending out the poll very soon, but don't forget to
Subscribe to the MXW channel.
and subscribe to Talk Is Hamish channel. Thank you very much.
Oh, that too. That too.
Yep. And don't miss KO this week. Very, very interesting card.
Gonna be there.
I might not be there.
Oh.
I might not. Who knows? Because I'm moving this
Terrible.
weekend, and I'm also going to a party, but I might get kicked out of the party. So let's
I do want to see drunk Drix try and do a voice promo.
Jesus Christ.
That would be very satisfying for me.
Man, I might be getting high that night as well.
Ah.
So
I mean, yeah. Apparently, Puck was high when he dropped the MXW title to Nev, so who knows?
very nice.
Very nice.
Anyways,
That's
guys,
the words of Nev, so you never know.
don't forget to miss it. Don't miss KO. Don't miss HXW. Don't miss EPW this week.
I'm cashing in.
Cruz is cashing in on HXW, ladies and gentlemen. So don't miss that. And don't miss BCW's final show at 4 p.m.
Oh,
Eastern.
that too.
That too. Alright, guys. See you in the next episode. Thank you, Cruz, once again.
Bye bye. Thank you. Good stuff.